Kalimera, 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 everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How is everyone doing? It's Monday today, Monday the 16th. Kalimera, Yanni.
Kalimera, kalimera. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning,
Let's
everyone.
have a great week.
Let's have a great
An
day.
awesome week.
Awesome
great day.
week. Great day, great week.
And
everything's going to
exactly.
be great.
How are you?
I'm not too bad, not too bad. I'm running a bit late today, but I'm hot. I'm running really, really on everything. I had to go to the gym. I have to go to the petrol station. I had to go to the pharmacy. I had to do a lot of things. So I was running a little bit late today, so I apologize for that.
No, it's okay.
Um,
How was what is your weekend?
the weekend wasn't too bad. Relaxing a little bit. My
Hmm,
kids have some lovely, like birthday parties and stuff like that to attend. So yeah, it was a family weekend. Everything was
great,
cool.
great.
How
That's
was your
beautiful.
weekend?
Since the season start, you know,
I know.
I was on a photo shoot from actually from Friday because on Friday I had a wedding at in Athens.
Right.
Was I don't know if you saw the stories. Was the the head of the team of AEK,
Yeah, the captain. Yep.
the captain. Yeah,
Yep.
the captain of AEK,
That's good.
Petros Mandalos.
Mendes Mandalos.
And Saturday, Sunday, we had Christians, baptism, not
The
weddings.
christening. Yep, the christening.
Christening, yeah, christening.
Right. Cool. So
Uh,
you were busy.
it was the whole 3 days building in a rush.
In a rush, a big party for them.
It-
Big party for them.
yeah, uh, and actually now I'm kind of resting.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Well, you need to recharge your batteries. So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
our general John here is, the charging battery is going to be on Monday, on fast charge, because
On
he couldn't
really
do
fast charge.
on fast charge. Right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Kalimera, kalimera. So I don't want to delay the content. So let's have a look at a little bit of the charts and see what is going on with Bitcoin. Let's bring the music up to give us in vibes. We always want vibes. We can't do without vibes. No, we need the music. Right. Okay. Right, we had a major drop last week towards the end of it, Thursday, Friday. Anyway, we knew that Wednesdays and Thursdays are the ones that, you know, it's dropping the price down, right? We know that. That by, let's say, like a rule, right? Not an exception, by rule. Statistically, we see that Wednesdays and Thursdays usually is a pullback days, unless you have a heavy trend, okay, in tokens. That's why it's not 100%. Also, we had the attacks between Israel and Iran, and because that was the first, days of the attack, so to say, we've seen a major drop as well. That can, help, so to say, to accelerate to the downside. Now, in the Middle East, guys, it is not, because I live in the region, it is not something new. The Middle East crisis, it's been going on for decades. Okay, if you want to go back in history and see what's going on with Palestine and Israel, that goes like 1,000 years ago. I'm not gonna dive into it. I'm not gonna take sides. It's gonna be a little bit interesting, right? It's gonna be a little bit interesting. Kind of, U.S. trying to talk Iran out of the nuclear program. It seems that they didn't end up into a resolution in that conversation. U.S. kind of informed Israel that Iran has no plans to withdraw, and then Israel took the chance to take the threat out for the region. And A, they did it for themselves, obviously. B, they claim they did it for the rest of the world, for the region, because to have someone with nuclear power is not good. Nuclear power weapons, right? I'm not going to say about energy, nuclear energy. Even Turkey has, which is right next to us on the other side. I think already we have superpower countries that do hold nuclear warheads and stuff like that. So Certainly, we don't need more of it by anyone. Okay, just to be clear, by anyone. But as I said, it's a game of control. Okay, it always goes down to a game of control. Who is in control? Who has the control? Who has the power? Right. So, by someone showing up, doesn't matter the name. You know, today is Iran. Maybe, you know, in 20 years it's going to be Israel. You know, and I bet you that if Israel ever holds nuclear weapons, someone would go after Israel. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Doesn't matter what the name. It's about the idea that someone is holding a very powerful weapon. So, you know, great responsibility needs to be held behind that. So, yeah. As I said, I don't want to go into details. Nuclear weapons are not good for the humanity anyway. I don't care who owns it, who holds it. You know, it doesn't matter if it's Russia. It doesn't matter if it's going to be the US or China or India or Israel or Iran. I don't care who it is, right? I'm not going to go down to the name, right, or the country. It's not good for the humanity. End of story, right? If people start throwing left, right, center nuclear bombs, it's not going to do any good. That's certain. That is not going to do any good to anyone, right? So I'm not interested. I don't.
To anyone.
To anyone. To anyone. To anyone. So
that's a very bad thing.
It is. But again, as I said, is who has the control and who can manipulate the rest of the world, right? So everybody's afraid of Russia to not to use nuclear weapons, let's say, against Ukraine, because if they do that, Ukraine will all be wiped out of the map, right? And what are the chances for Ukraine to fight back? None. Right? And then that is going to trigger somebody else to step in. Maybe China's going to step in. Maybe US is going to step in, and it's going to be like a domino effect, right? Russia shoots Ukraine, then US is going to shoot Russia, and then China is going to come in, and then we're all going to be doomed, right? Forget about the markets crashing. We all go to zero. In seconds.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
I mean, it is not good, guys. I mean, just be fair. Right.
These things are not.
No. I don't want to even talk about it. Forget about it. Right. Let's go to 12 hours time frame. Let's have a zoom out version and let's have a look what is going on. All right. Technically, we are in the waves. It's summer, right? So we've got waves. On the high time frame.
Let's go surfing.
Well, let's go surfing. That's what we do. We want to go surfing. Right, let's surf the waves. That is trading. Right, on the high time frame is respecting the range. On a higher time frame, you see no opening, no closing inside that range, like here, or like here, or like here. So that is kind of good, right? So we broke structure. This is a low. We broke structure. That high is been taken out. These highs kind of been taken out. It came back and it's giving you a higher low. So on the higher time frame, like a 12 hours, it's giving you a good signal. This is your low and this is your first higher low. Okay, which is not too bad. What we want to like to see, we would like to see that these highs have been taken out, aka it's going to give you a high. Okay, then it's going to come back. Hopefully we're going to stay above 109 this time to give you the second higher low, right? That will be the ideal scenario, and start pushing to 115, which is going to be a red zone, which is going to be a rejection zone, and let's see if we can go all the way up to 122. Let's see. I don't want to front run, but that is the ideal scenario. Okay, now go down to 90 minutes. We've seen on the smaller time frame just a little bit deviation inside the range over here. Okay, just a little bit barely under the 50, reclaim straight away and stay out of the range, which is very good. And lately, like after Sunday evening, midnight towards Monday morning, we can see that Asia is pushing the price further up. Okay, so I think the news that US came with a deal with the Asia kind of showing off here now. Right. Okay. So currently we bounce above 105 and 8, and currently we're sitting above 106 and 6. The question is, if I go down to 50 minutes, is Asia done? It's like, it's been working all night long, right, and pushing up, which is good. Are we done? Well, focus point, we are just above a G level, and kind of we have early signs of a range. Right, here's our little range. Okay, there it is. And I can be a little bit not forgiving, but let's give it a little bit higher threshold. Why? Follow the direction. It went up, got rejected, it came down and got rejected, came back, got rejected. So that is my range, right? I've got my points. So I can do this on a higher time frame. Let's say, I don't have a lot of data here. It's only a few candles. But if I go, let's say 45, you see there's not enough information for me. So I'm going to stick to 15 and I'm going to monitor that. Okay. That is my focus area. So let me do these, a gray box, which is a range. And because purple is in balance, I don't want to confuse you. So this is the focus area for right now, for our timing, for the current, let's say, time that we do our market update. So we're going to see how Asia is going to finish, because we've got another hour or two with Asia closing down, right? We've got EU open already, 15 minutes. So let's see if we're going to stay above here, create a foundation, right? Build a position and start building a structure, so to say, and start breaking that structure and going up to 100, what is it, 108, 107. Okay, so that next G level is 107 and 5. So let's see how far can we go with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's going to lose that, okay, which I hope not, it's going to come down again, right? I don't know what are the status of the attacks taking place. Let me have a look and see what is going on with Israel and Iran right now as live news. Let me have a look. Let me get something like the latest. Guardian is a respectful source. 3 hours ago, Israel officials say several people have been injured. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look a little bit. So 8 minutes ago, ruthless defender of the Iran revolution with a few good options left. Okay, so Iran believes that he executed a man for spying. Iranian president says Tehran does not seek nuclear weapons. Okay, so kind of backing off here, they're trying to convince the world that they don't have nuclear weapons. Okay, so yeah, I mean the strikes are going. They keep going. Okay, they keep going. So yeah, I mean Iran strikes Tel Aviv and Haifa as Israel. Okay, so when did that happen? Yeah, Monday after. Okay, so this is fresh. Okay, so yeah, I mean they keep going. They keep going. So okay, so they keep going. So let's see. I mean, we can see that Bitcoin is still pushing, Asia is still pushing. I'm not saying that the war is acting. Let's say. How to say this? That the market doesn't care about the war. It's not about that. But we're going to see a shift, right? The markets are going to be shifting left, right, center. Now, that let's say conflict between Israel and Iran, okay, it shouldn't affect the crypto space directly. But that war, if it's going to continue like this for the next few weeks, right, it will affect the oil. Okay, and the reason is I'm trying to reverse engineer what's going to happen, what might happen. Okay, so I very strong believe that we're going to see some struggle with oil. Okay, crude oil. And let me explain to you the reason why. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit. So here's Iran, Iraq and Iran. So Iran is down here, right next to Iraq. And look what's going on now. Now Kuwait, Iraq, Iran, they have loads, and the Emirates as well, in Saudi Arabia. There is a lot of oil source. Okay, and if, let's say, the maritime business that they're transferring the oil, they go through this passage, okay? And it's very easy for Iran to blockade that passage, and there is no way out of it, right? So this is the Persian Gulf or the Arabian Gulf. I know it as a Persian Gulf. And so there is a passage between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. And that is being controlled by Iran. So if Iran wants, right, it has the power, let's say, if they're willing to do so, they can blockade the passage. So all the transfer of oil is going to get stuck in here. No ships were allowed to get in, no ships were allowed to get out. So all assets, so to say, and source will be limited. All right. So they're going to seek to go from different routes and different countries on the other side, okay? And that will spike the price of oil. Already has done it, okay? But as time goes further and the war still goes, that will increase the price of oil, okay? And that you're going to see a lot of shift from the big traders, that they're going to, stop paying attention on crypto space, and they're going to be attention on oil, because that is the opportunity, right? So we're going to see a shift, indirect threat, so to say, the crypto space. And obviously the currencies, if the currencies are going weaker, okay, if currency is going weaker, then it means that a lot of people, they're going to see that the currencies are going down and crypto space is going up, right? Is crypto space going up because someone is investing? No, it's because the currencies have become weaker. And how that is going to be, strong enough to see, I'm going to bring that little chart here, and we can see average that the currencies today, right? You can see that the currencies are going a little bit stronger. They push a little bit down, but they're still pushing. Okay. So they're trying to recover, they're trying to control, right? If we see currency dropping heavily, and we have it on the monthly, we can see that the last 30 days is still pushing higher. They're getting aggressive higher and higher, okay? So that's good. In the asset of that, they're trying to control the markets, even that we have a new war. Now, this conflict is between two countries, Israel and Iran. If US is going to get involved, right, and other countries, then we're going to see real effect of the market. So far, it's under control, so to say, in quotes, because it's only Israel and Iran, okay? And they can impact the oil price. But if US is going to get involved with another war, then we're going to see the stocks, the currencies, the US dollar having an effect, because they're getting the gains into a war, officially, right? So let's hope not. We can see on the monthly chart that the currency is getting stronger and stronger. Okay, let's have a look on the 3 months. 3 months, let's go to a year. So you can see after the new president that took over, you can see that the currencies are going higher and higher. That the forex is really going stronger. Okay, 3 months is an uptrend. 1 month, strong uptrend. Today, after 6 o'clock, look at that. After 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you can see 8 o'clock is pushing further up. Okay, so Europe is pushing further up. So let me have a look on index. Index kind of an uptrend. Okay, a little bit drop after, I believe, after February. Index is dropping and then is rising again. Stocks, let me have a look on stocks, on the one here. Stocks did something similar. After the new year, it just went dive all the way down in April, and since then it's rising. You can see that it's increasing the last 3 months. Well, let's say few days. You can see that the stocks on Friday, right? So Friday, that's the US. After the US opening, you can see that the opening pushed the price all the way up and then start coming down. So let's see today, that's going to be Monday, where we're going to see the stocks, right? This is the last update, which is Friday. The markets have a habit, Stelio says, of looking past conflicts and marching to the beat of their own drum. So I expect the market turmoil will be temporary. Yeah, it's going to be temporary as long, as long the only two countries involved and that doesn't get escalated, right? So far, it's going to be, I believe that the markets are going to stay a little bit sideways. No, I'm not going to say sideways, but it's going to be under control. Right. That's it. Right. So we want to see the closing of Asia to maintain above 106.7. And we would like to see EU behave and leave Bitcoin alone and leave that Bitcoin stay up there. And let's hope that the US, that they're going to push further up and see continuation to the upside. Zoom out a little bit, 19 minutes. Right. Look at that. It's lovely to see that we are claiming levels, right? We claim the 50%, we claim the top of the range, and we claim also 105.8. Not the first time. Look at that. Rejection. Finally, we broke through. Okay, we're going to head into the imbalance. We're going to get influence to the downside. So once we're going to reach 107.5, I assume that we're going to get influence to the downside. Let's hope that we're going to find some support and continue, play around these regions and continue to the upside and take these highs. Okay, go to the high time frame. Let me go to the high time frame. Oh, this is the minor range. I'll come back with that one later. Now, that's a lovely sight for you to see here. Look at that. The 7 days, the weekly is trying to turn around and heading for a cross up. Interesting. Right, a small correction. It went under the 90, but not that far away, and it's trying to turn around. Interesting, that's good. So we have the weekly heading for a cross up. Look at that we stay above the golden range. How lovely that is. The 15-day still looking bullish. The 30 days still looking bullish. Look at that. Right, 30 days still looking bullish. Look how distant, how far they are, the fast line with the slow line. Yes, there are been a little bit correction, of course, on the 30 days. Why? Because it's listening to that drop. Okay, the same thing with the 15 days. Look at that. They are still apart. They're both above the 50%, and they're still looking to the upside. Okay, it's looking good. Even 45 days. Look at that. 45 days. It's going to bounce on the 50%. The 45 days is turning. It's got a long time. It's got a long road, so to say, to turn around completely, go for a cross up. But look at that. They're looking upwards, not flat, not sideways. Look at that. That was sideways, right? That was sideways. Now they're looking up. Okay, but 45 days. It's got a lot of time to correct. Okay, look at the 60 days. 60 days is trying to turn around, right? So I'm not going to put my hopes very high, especially on the 60 and the 45 days. I'm looking on the 7, the 15, and the 30 days are looking quite good. So the good news on the higher time frame, these rejections are acting as a support and we're pushing to the upside. Okay, look at that. 60 days. I mean, I'll follow the 7 days. Look at that. Going for another cross up. Okay, let's hope that we're going to go above 90 again, right? And see if we're going to reach 100 again. Let's see if we're going to reach the same highs, right? I don't want to see something like this. If we do see something like this, right, that's going to give us a divergence, a bearish divergence. Anyway, we know that we're getting close to the end of the market, okay? But look at that on a higher time frame, we can see that we are above the range. Open and close is happening above the range, and once again we're trying to head for 109, okay? That is on the higher time frame. Let's have a look on the CMEs. Unfortunately, we haven't cleared that CME gap, but we did clear this one. That little baby here is done, right? I'm gonna maximize that a little bit, and the reason why is because we got to close, right? We got to close an opening under that level, so that has been cleared. 105 and 340 has been cleared. However, 104 is not, okay? And let's see what's going to happen with that yellow that we marked on Friday. And let's do these as a red now, because it's officially, that candle closed. So yeah, we have this new CME confirmed, okay? And let's see if today we're going to break above 107 and see if we're going to clear that CME gap as well. All right, lovely. There it is. Nice. Let's have a look on ETH. Hello, ETH. How are you doing today? Let's go 12 hours. Let's have a look. Look at that. It's kind of in range, right? Let me expand the key levels. Let's give it a clear drawings here. Keep these lines out of the way of the price action. I don't want to have too much clutter. Give it a little bit space. That one is not needed. That's not needed. That's not needed. Keep it nice and clean. There it is. Right, another G level, 2,625. Right, it's kind of a range. Can you see that? Kind of a range. Right. So let's hope that we're going to break out of that range soon enough. Okay. So go down to 90 minutes, and we see that we broke our local volatile frame range. We broke out. Obviously, we're getting rejected. Why? Because this is a very bearish, strong impulse to the downside. Also, it's an imbalance. It took out all these highs. That is the order block. So it's touching that order block. It's going to get influence to the downside. Let's hope that ETH is going to be strong and stay, trying to break and stay above. Okay. It's going to get influence. There's a possibility it's going to come back. We want to stay above that region and then start pushing to the upside. Okay. And head for the next imbalance. It's going to get influence again. We want to find some support and then continue. Hit that order block. We're going to get rejected, then find support and then start moving. Right? It's not going to be one go. I wish. I don't know if a big well or 10 wells together decide to go long, maybe. Right? But for the time being, this is the, let's say, most common natural way of moving in waves. We're going to go up. We're going to touch that order block. We're going to push back. We're going to go up, touch that, imbalance. We're going to come back a little bit, find some support. We're going to go up. We're going to touch that order block. We're going to get pushed down. If ETH is strong enough, we'd like to recover, stay, and target these highs. Obviously, we're going to get rejected, and then this is how ETH is going to go. It's going to be up and down in waves all the time. So far, ETH is looking strong. It's pushing to the upside. It's a new day. It's a new week. Every day is a good day. Let's hope for the markets as well. Right, let's hope for the markets as well. Right, so ETH is moving. Let's have a look on ETH and Bitcoin correlation. We can see that these guys, they were going sideways, both of them, like, ETH and Bitcoin. So you see no overpowering. No one is overtaking. Now that we see ETH is trying to push up and say, hey, I'm overperforming right now, Bitcoin. So I'm moving to the upside. Okay, so ETH is on the move. As I said, every recovery, ETH is going to recover better than Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin's pushing to the upside. That is very good, solid. We love this. Look at that. We're watching these on a 5 minute, and look what happened. Lovely, right? It's like the Iron Dome. It's like rockets shooting Earth from the ground and going to the sky. Right, okay, cool. Bitcoin's on the move, very strong, huge candle. Interesting. Right? That's why it's very important for you to have a focus point and take action. Right? Look at that, even on the 1 minute. Look at that. Take action, you know. Remember, action, analyze, adjust. Okay? It's breaking out, take it. You don't know how far will it go, you don't know how fast will it go, take it, and then adjust on the way. Okay? Lovely. I'm glad that's happening live. Right? Right, okay. I don't want to waste more of your time. We've got John here, General John. General John, your XRP is on the stream. It's your time to shine.
My time to shine.
Yes, sir.
It's already shining because I'm on CIA. That's why.
CIA is shining.
Yeah.
Good.
So, what do we see here? We see XRP that now it's on ascending parallel channel over here.
Channel.
Yep. We saw that lost that G level over there, went way down. Also lost the 2.15, and now it went to reclaim it. Lost for a bit, and then built a strong, has enough strength now and sitting above that G level. Also, is sitting above the 50% of this parallel channel. It's showing us now that it's going to the upside for the moment. If I break down also this G level over here, that's not the G level. That's not even close to G level. If I break down the smaller one, we see, there you go. We have the 25%, the 50%, 75, and then we're going to the next level. Right now, it's on the 25%, 2.18. We see how it will react over here. If it's above and build also strength over here, then it's going to the 50% and also take that parallel channel to break it and stay above. We will see XRP that building strength and going to the upwards, to the upside. As we see over here, we had an imbalance. Also claim that. We can delete that imbalance over here. Actually, I didn't even mark that imbalance. We have a small one over here that is exactly to our G level at 2.30. Right now, XRP is showing me on a 4-hour time frame. We are in a small time frame. It's showing me that it's trying to change the direction and go to the upside, and then claim over here. We have also a liquidity pool that is waiting to be claimed. Always look the signs, always look the gaps, always look what the price is going to do. As we see over here, we have two supports in this yellow line over here. Did manage to go for the third one, has turned around even higher to that level. If we go on a daily time frame, we are still on a downtrend for XRP because we didn't see anything, any movement to break out before that previous high. It's still on a downtrend. If we see strength of XRP, take that G level over here, build enough strength and go even higher and break this high, this previous high over here, then we will see a change of direction. And then we can certainly say that if it claims that first one, go to the next one, and then for that liquidity pool, I also have wrote down with it's a small one, because if we go in an even higher time frame, we'll see that we have bigger liquidity pools right above over here, one and second one. But we will see how XRP will react. Let's go on a 90 minutes time frame. Why you see so many lines? Because I want to have more details. As you see, I have my bigger here Gangsta Fib. I have a smaller one, break it to the force, and even smaller one right over here to have more information about what XRP is doing. On the 90 minutes time frame, as you can see, we have more details right now. There you go. What do we see? Rejection over here, claim it, went above, and then didn't manage to has it as a support, go below, and then we have one and second support, and now it is sitting above. Depends on your trades. How do you do your trades on a daily, on a 50 minutes time frame, or 5 minutes time frame, or scalping? You take in positions, because what do we see? Even a smaller time frame, you can also trade these two G levels. 1.7. If we do 10x, it's 10. It's 10.7. Right now, I'm expecting how XRP will do. If it turns, didn't manage to break that G level over here. If it turns and make another support over here in this 50% of the parallel channel, and then claim that G level, then I will take my entry. For the moment, I don't have any entry yet because I want to have my confirmations. That's all for XRP. Let's go on Hype. As we see on Hype, did manage to break that 50%. Was over here I have marked a range, as you can see. When above that range, we have first and second resistance on the 50% of the level, went down, claimed that imbalance over here, and then went again inside that range and was bouncing inside that range. And over here, broke that 50%, went straight up. Actually, over here we saw make that range, actually the higher level of the range, make it as a support, and then went to that 50% and claim it. Now it's sitting above the 50%. We have 1 hour, because I'm on a 90 minutes time frame. We have 1 hour and 20 minutes yet for this candle to close. Actually, as we see right now, it's moving. It's going to claim also the next one at the 47.6. Actually, Hype, I think, no, I don't think it is official that we have a new all-time high, as you can see. Because if I go on the weekly, there you go. Hype has made a new all-time high right now, and it's going even higher. That's why we have our G levels to have our next step for our trades. Right now, if anyone has Hype and it is already in from here, you can take the 50%, keep it safe, and the other 50% leave it to go on and see when where Hype will go. If it make a small correction over here, make that 50% of our G level as a support, and then show us that has enough strength, then we're going for the next one. Also here, you can add more capital and go even with a bigger capital to the next level. Hype seems bullish right now. SPX, also the same thing about XPX. As we can see, this G level over here acted as a support right now, went to the next one, 1.6, managed to claim it, and now it's sitting above that G level. We have over here, let me bring it with a good yellow line. There you go. The previous highs, if it breaks that line over here, then what we have over here, also we have a small liquidity pool over here, but we have another one above 1.80. And what the price is showing right now, because we see that has built enough strength over here that it's going after for those liquidity pools over there. When SPX reach that level and take that liquidity pools, naturally we will see some corrections, and usually is the half movement of the previous one, because if this one is the 100%, then the correction will be until that 1.6 naturally. But expect that after take that liquidity pool over here to see some correction, because if you go long right now, then you have to go short until the previous level or RG level. Always mark your imbalances, always mark your highs, your liquidity pools, and then you have combined with RG levels, you have more confirmation and you have more complete map, if I can say. Now about Maker, I also charted Maker because I saw that it's moving. I saw a change of direction because over here broke the previous high, went above, claimed that G level at 1727, make that correction, and then it was building strength and also break the previous high again. And now what we have, a high, an even higher high, and now even another high. And where my Maker is going? For that liquidity pool that is sitting above. And as I said the previous with the SPX, when we see liquidity pools, we will actually expect some correction. Also, I have my trend line over here. We have a low, actually we have a low, a higher low over here, another higher low, as acting as a support in this trend line that I have marked over here. And now we also have the confirmation and then went straight up. If I break those two levels over here, you can see, let me show you. If I break those two levels over here on 2, what do we see over here? Saw a small rejection of the 50%, went down, didn't close out all the way down, managed to stay above, build some strength, and now it's sitting above that 50%. You see that the G levels work on any time frame and any time on any movement. And there you have the 50%, your confirmation that is building strength and go even higher to that 2500 that is sitting above that liquidity pool. Also, Maker seems bullish right now. That's why you mark always the highs, the lows, and all the touches that make it as a support or a resistance. Aave. What do we see about Aave over here? We see that 50%, because I have a smaller gangsta fib over here, the 50% was building strength, went above that trend line, also break that G level over here, but didn't have enough strength to stay above, and now it's sitting below the of the G level and also below that trend line. Right now, also we have 16 minutes left to close that candle. We have to see how this candle will close. It will close above and stay above. Then we have the next level to expect to see. That in the bigger gangsta fib, we have the 50% at 334. If don't and close below, then we have the resistance and we expect some support here again. We'll see. We'll see how Aave will react. Right now, I can't say for sure go long or short. Actually, we don't have enough confirmation. For me, always. Tau. What do we see here, Tau? If you go in a daily time frame, over here, Tau was on a downtrend. Went all the way to 162. This is way back from since December. We see that broke that previous high, the small high over here. Was on a small range. Hey, give me the brush. Was in a small range over here. Claimed that G level at 385. Went way up to 59 or the 50% of G level, but didn't manage to stay above. Also didn't broke the previous highs, the yellow line that I have over here. Find the resistance, went again to the previous level at 385, acting as a support right in this time, and tried to reclaim that 50%. But what do you see? Didn't have enough strength. And as you can see, we see that the price went all the way up to that trend line, and now is descending. It's not winning. It's not going even higher. It's descending the price because we see a lower high over here and even a lower high over here. What this shows to us that doesn't have enough strength to break all the structure that it is right now over there and go even higher, to take that imbalance and go to the next level. And as you can see, that 385 that over here was acting as support and go even higher, lost it again, went above, and now it's sitting below. Is acting as resistance. For the moment, Tau, it's on a downtrend, you can see, because it's going even lower. Let's see how it will react over here, because I think if we don't have enough strength to keep that 385 over there, then certainly it's going to the previous one at 310. We are on a daily time frame. If we stretch this chart a bit, come on. Sorry guys for a moment, because my mouse is acting as itself. There you go.
Bring some cheese.
So we can mark over here, we have a small imbalance above the current price, and also we have even lower over here, some imbalances. That's why I'm telling you that if didn't manage to break that, also these G levels and also that imbalance, then expect the price to go even lower at 310, and maybe, not say big words, maybe go to that imbalance and act as a support over here. We'll see. Also, we'll see. And I think that's all from me.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time that you have the opportunity to write us on your messages. What tokens, if there are any, what tokens would you like us to chart for you, either John or Thales? And let's make a little game here. You can ask the token, and also you can ask who's going to chart it. Let's see. Let's see. Right?
Why?
Why not? Come on. Let them choose. Let them choose. Who?
No. I'm actually, listen to me. I'm still learning.
Shut up.
You are the expert over here. You are the director.
You shut
you
up.
are learning.
No, you better shut up, okay? Remember, action, analyze, and adjust. So the people that are gonna speak. So the people that are gonna choose.
Since the day that you told me those three words, I wrote it on the board and see them every day.
Every day. It's gonna take time, right? Because we haven't. I'll speak personally. I haven't I didn't get programmed to be that way. It was always you need to study, do the research, right? Get an outcome, and then you go and give an exams. That was how we were programmed. And I'm speaking for myself, okay? I'm speaking for myself. Maybe other people have a different.
I think everyone was that way.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I'm speaking from my own experience and from my own, let's say, education style that I had in Greece. And you know, you do a research first, and then you're trying to adjust. You go through all the books. You have to go to the lessons, get the opinions, trying to form an outcome, right? So that's your feedback. So you're doing your research and then you're trying to get a feedback and trying to come an outcome, and then you just write it down and give it as an essay or paperwork or exam or whatever that is going to be. So that was the way that we used to do things, right? Find out before you get involved, learn about it, get your research. And how do you know that you got the right research? How do you know how to filter things, information, when you have no clue about it? That is another tough one. But from my mentor, it goes to me, you have to switch them around and stay back and see what's going to happen. And, he said, put the action first. And then as you go, take the real feedback from your action. So you're not guessing, right? Acting and you get a feedback, and then you get a feedback from your own actions.
Real data, yeah. You have real data.
The data that comes from you, not the data that goes. Also data, right? You want to get experience from someone. How do you know which one to read first and which one is the right one? They have an outcome on their own research, so to say, on their own actions. I did this and this happened. I did this and this happened. How many times did Edison was trying to create a bulb? How many times did he try?
Million, I think.
Okay, so you see, so he tried, and then he came with feedback, and then adjusted, and then in the end he created the bulb. So yeah, no, action is first. Analyze how things are going, and then adjust to continue, improve, until you master it, until you come to the end result, the one that you were wishing for. So yeah, exactly. So the people have the say here. They can ask any token, and they can also ask from who. And you see, J Rock is here and asking for Solana from General John.
Solana.
So Solana.
Thank you. Also, thank you, Basman. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yes,
Solana. Let me see Solana. There you go. Solana. As you can see over here on Solana, we see that the price was bouncing on RG level of 50%, 151. And what do we see over here? I also have my trend line, because on the daily time frame, I draw my trend lines. I have it since before. And let's go on a 90 minutes time frame to have more details. Sorry. Let me go back again on the daily. Why I'm going to the daily? Because I want to show you that I also marked my imbalance way above. The other smaller imbalance I haven't marked, but I can show you where was it? Was over here, the previous one. But right now, as you can see, what the price did, find a resistance on the 185 or 187, sorry. Find a second one, and what price did, took that imbalance all the way down and then turn it around. So right now, that imbalance over here, we can delete it. It's no longer active. So what do we see over here? Went above that 50%, lost for the moment the 50% and the trend line, and now it's sitting above that 50%. If Solana has 16 minutes yet to close, 16 hours, sorry, because I'm on the daily time frame. Let's go in the lower time frame so we can see how exactly it reacts. There you go. Right now, what we see, stay above the trend line. Also, the 50% was bouncing, has built some strength, and now it's going even higher. And if Solana break the previous high over here and also sit above that level, previous high, then it's showing us that has a change of directions. If it breaks that high, then even the higher high that's sitting way back over there, then we have some change of direction. But you can mark also what I usually do. I'm breaking also this bigger G level over here, and there you go. You have also the high. If it breaks that 50%, has enough strength to go even higher. And let me bring those letters even bigger because they are way too small. Even me, I can read it. At 12. There you go. Now it's much better. If Solana stays above, actually over here we have a confirmation that it's sitting above that 151. If it change and go again at that level and make it second support over here, then you can enter over here and go for the 50% of our G level that it is at 169. And then over here, what do you always says, and also Thali says, took the 50% off, unless we left the rest of the 50% to keep going. If it goes even to the correction or even higher. That's I think it's the best technique to have your capital secure and then to make your gains to compound by themselves. Right now, I have also, you see also that imbalance has cleared off. You can take that off. And you can see that also what we have here. We have a small liquidity pool that stays over here, and even bigger one we have way up at 187. If you mark those, you see that it's the G levels, step by step. 1 second. You also have a small liquidity pool here, and what I said before, when we have some liquidity pool, we see some correction until the 50% of the downtrend movement, and then it will go even higher, make that support, and go even to the next level to claim also those that liquidity pool that is sitting above over there. Right now, Solana, as we can see on a 90 minutes time frame, we have to wait how it will react over here. We will break it, stay above and go for that liquidity pool, or find the resistance and then go again to that G level to make a second try, make a second support, and then go to try again and break those first level and second one. If it turn around, you have your entry over here. You can make it an entry. No, it's short. Where is the long? You can make it from here until that liquidity pool, and you can your stop loss. You can see the previous lower high. That's my thoughts. We have two scenarios. The first one is, let me lose those brushes because I have too many brushes over here. The first one, let me draw that to you. Actually, to have it more clearly, let me break to the 50%, and now we have more clear image. The first one is that one, and the second one is make a resistance over here and go even lower again over here to make as a support, and then to turn around. Let me bring this red. For the moment, I will say to wait and see how it will react on the 50% over here, the price. If it shows you that has enough strength, go ahead, go for the next one, next level. If it shows you that it's turning around and go even lower, expect your entry over here at 151. Let me see. If we see on a daily time frame, let me lose those brushes and paths. If you can see on a daily time frame, what do we see? That right now it's on the downtrend. You have to wait. If it breaks that level, the previous high over here, it will show you that it has a change of direction, and then it will go even higher. But you have to wait. Now I'm on a daily time frame because if you want to see more clearly the image, how the price is going and is reacting, you have to see on a bigger time frame. Over here we are on an uptrend, but what do we see? We see a correction. There you have your support, and I think that, let me sorry for a moment. It was, yeah, you have a small breakout, but let me see that. Yeah, you have a small breakout, but you don't have a full movement to the upside. That's why
it fell. It took that high, and then it fell to continue. So it went down and reset.
Exactly, because we don't have, as you can see over here, we see that it's going on an uptrend, but we don't have support over here to show us that it has enough strength and go even higher. You saw that has changed the movement and go again for a retest, acting as a support over here, and maybe now it's building the strength to go even higher and break the previous high over here. That's why I'm telling you to see how exactly it will react on that 50% over here, the smaller one 50%, and those two levels over here, those two smaller one. This one is on a daily, going on the 90 minutes time frame, and you have your confirmations. That was that I want to see and expect from Solana, that I want to show me. That smaller 50%, 160, if it go again low, the 151, then I will take my entry over here for long. I think J-Rock, it's okay. Do you have any other questions?
What's the score?
What's the score? Minus 10.
What's the score?
For the moment, just wait for your confirmation. That's my thoughts. We have to wait for the delay, yeah?
Yep. 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You will get your answer. Enjoy the music. Have a break.
Yeah. You are most welcome. Thank you. So, what else do we have?
What else do we have, guys? What else? I can shift and go back, let's say, into a little bit to have a look on other tokens like others, right? So we can see a little bit that the altcoins are trying to push a little bit out of that, let's say, triple bottom, right? So they're trying to go up. They're attacking the 11 cents. This is the average chart. So we would like to see claim and start moving to the upside. If you see the others moving to the upside, that means majority of the altcoins are pushing to the upside, right? So once again, we are on the G level for the others. Let me go back. While was John doing his own TA, I was doing the Monday ranges. For people that love the Monday ranges, here it is. It's been updated. We have a new weekly range, and Monday range, it is not yet formed. I have the opening. Okay. If we want to speak about, let's say, the current low, that is the current low. I'm going to put this in yellow, and this is the current high. Okay, of mine. It is not confirmed. It is not finalized. Still ongoing. There you have it. Okay, I can go a little bit in the higher time frames. There it is. Weekly high is 110. Okay, weekly mid 106. We are above that. Currently Monday high, he hit 107 and 283. Let's see if it's going to go all the way up to the 6 months high or 12 months high. Let's have a look and if it's going to take that out. Clearly it's above Monday open, and weekly low is 102 758. Okay, so that is for the Monday range. For people that love Monday ranges, here are the numbers. Pepe, right? Pepe, it's on the move. Finally claimed and pushing. As long as he's pushing, Pepe will push. This is the 90-minute time frame. We can see that it claimed, and it took a little while. It took a massive hit to the downside. Okay, but it's trying to go higher. You can see all the lows are getting higher. It's breaking structure. Let's hope that we're going to stay above and continue to the upside. Okay, AVAX is on the move once again. It's trying to reclaim the levels that it lost. It was almost trying to take out 22, but it's been taking the downside of the news as well. It went down to 21, 20, went all the way down to 18, and now reclaimed 19 and trying to once again attack $20.15. We would like to see a continuation, right? Kind of trying to break out from the range. If we want to see this as a local range, it's trying to break this out. Okay, there it is. It's breaking out. It's trying to tackle this imbalance. Maybe it's going to come back. We want to see that AVAX is going to stay above the range and continue for the $20. XRP Solana, I'm not going to go with it because General John spoke about it. Okay, all I have to do is just update my key levels. I see that it claimed very quickly and bounced off from 151. Okay, so Solana reclaim 151 and pushing further up. The next resistance is going to be 160. There it is. Okay, until the next G level, which is going to be 169. Okay, the 169 is the next, not major key level, but a breakdown between 151 and 160. What was it? The 223. Between these two levels, you got other breakdowns. Okay, so there it is. Sui reclaimed and pushing away from $2.91. I'm going through these very, very quickly. Atom is on the move, broke out from the range. Google is still on an uptrend. Look at all these lows, right? Lows, high lows, triple lows if you want to see it that way. This is the pitchfork diagonal G levels. Okay, if I zoom out, you can see them, right? Dynamically, it found rejection on 179. The next rejection, if it continues in that pace, the next rejection is going to be around 180. Okay, so let's see if Google is going to manage to go higher. ENA is turning around. Render is turning around. Rune is turning around. Okay, Virtual is on the move, is turning around. Claiming levels. There it is. It bounced off for $1.88. Link is on the move. All of them have very similar setup. The accumulation within the weekend, the breaking out. Injective, the same thing, is on the move right now as we speak. Multiple opportunities, guys, for you to grab things that they move today. Rocket Pool is on the move. A little bit different chart, but it's on the move. You can see all these lows are getting higher and higher, right? So the next G level is here. It's all marked up. We said that on the previous TA and market updates. 733. Hive is on the move above 41 and pushing towards 48. What else? Let me have a quick look. Maybe let me go have a look bit on wave. There's a high volume going on wave. So let's have a look. So then we have it. That's wave. We haven't traded for some time. We haven't charted it for some time. So let me update the lines here. All right.
Yeah, because wave is getting low. Actually, it was going lower and lower.
It was.
Has turned around right now, as you can see.
Yep. It's turning around for some time. I mean, it's giving you these three, let's say, deviations. Right. It's trying to hold support. It's claiming 85. So let's hope that wave is going to have enough volume to go and take these highs and trying to attack $1.14. Okay, but it's holding strong. I mean, you cannot ignore the fact that it's trying to hold here 3 times the same level as a support, right, and claiming. So let's hope that it's going to stay above and start pushing to the upside. The reason that I'm brought up with is because it's on a high volume chart, and the other tokens are, a lot of people were speaking about Doge. Yeah, I mean, you got Velo on the move, you got Magic on the move. Magic, even Magic, it's been very long time before, we spoke about Magic. It's been months, but Magic is on the move. Look at that. That baby is on the move, right? Break it down, don't chase it. Just make sure that, the reason that we don't speak about Magic because it's on a downtrend. I mean, look at that. It's major downtrend. There's going to be some spikes, but don't sleep on it, so to say. So let me break the last impulse to get the most first data and get some decent ranges. So let me use the weekly time frame for me to mark down the lowest, the highest, nice and easy. There it is. Expand. Go down to 12 hours. Let me use it in the correct template, number 4. There you have it, and we can break it down a bit later. So let me expand that. There it is. Expand that, and then we can have a breakdown. Right, we're still on the 12 hours. Let's break this down. There it is. 18,279. And all the way down to 12,354. Take out the overlapping numbers, make it a bit thinner, and dash lines so we remember that is a breakdown, and go down to 45 minutes, and there you have it. Huge imbalance. Please be careful. Okay, you can scalp that one, and it's taking these highs up. So be very very careful with this one here. It's taking these highs, right? So let's see if it's gonna come and shoot it down. It went too fast up, very aggressively. There is a high possibility now it took all these highs, right? And there's a big possibility that's going to come down. Watch out for the let's say abundant wick. Okay, it's taking out all these highs. Watch out for abundant wick. Okay, be careful, don't chase a pump. If you see an opportunity that's going to come down, it creates so much imbalance. There is a high possibility, I mean, it's 50-50. There's a high possibility to continue, but there's a high possibility that it took all these highs, right? Taking all these shorts out of the game, right? High leverage shorts has been taken out of the game, and maybe there's a possibility that's going to get pushed down. Okay, just be careful with this one. Something that goes up very fast, it will go down fast as well. Okay, so that is a resistance. Because of why did I mark this? Because it's above these highs, aka liquidity pool. So it's inside the liquidity pool. Same here, inside the liquidity pool. And also here you have an order block. This region here, these guys here, is an order block. Why? Because this is when volatility show up, right? A big drop, look at that, it came down, got rejected, boom, it goes down. Okay, so that area here, it's your order blocks that you need to pay attention. Okay, this is where everything happened. Especially if I want to be really strict, it has to be that blue candle over here. Okay, but you cannot ignore this action. But let's say the momentum happened after that blue candle there, right? So that is your rejection area, right? This is your rejection area. You need to see what's going to happen. Are we going to lose this, or are we going to claim it, right? Huge rejection, you need to see a fall, or you're going to see a claim, a support. Okay, if you want to continue on the smaller time frame, just be careful, don't fall for the chase. Just make sure that if you go level by level. Okay, the next rejection is going to be up here at 15 cents. If not, you're going to see that it's going to come down. You cannot take out that order block, it's going to get influenced, and there's a high possibility you're going to see something like this. Okay, and then maybe it's going to continue to the downside because it went too fast. It created a lot of imbalance. A lot of people that created that opportunity, they're going to take positions, they're going to close the positions, they're going to take profits, and there is a high possibility that the price is going to go down. Right, just be careful. See, this is a 5 minutes that see that it's going to stay and claim and find support. Okay, take action, analyze, and adjust accordingly. Okay, that's it for us, for me as well. What Bitcoin is doing on the 15, I mean, look at that. New range, new consolidation, new focus point. Okay, that's your new focus point. There it is. Small range. If someone wants to look what's going to happen now, that is your range. Okay, if you missed that one at the beginning of our live, now you have this one to pay attention. Okay, a push to the upside. It's getting fell to claim the 50% of the range. This is not really good news. It's fluttering at the bottom. If you are bullish, this is a good time for you to go long with a very tight stop loss. Okay, if you see that it's claiming 50%, that is good news. If you see that it's claiming above the range, is good news. But staying under the 50% range and having a hard time to claim these levels, let's see. Let's see. You can go down to 1 minute and observe, or down to 5 minutes. Alright, look at that on the 5 minutes. You see that it failed to stay up over the 50%. It's getting rejected. A nice push to the upside. It created a new range. it's failing to stay above the 50%, there is a possibility that it's going to come back to that range, unless Bitcoin moves now, right, and turns around and claims 50% for you to be bullish. If you come down, get rejected on a smaller time frame, like 1 minute, you see something like this. Let me go back to 1 minute. You may see something like this, then you understand that it's going down a little bit, right? I believe Magic is still pushing. It's trying to push, it's trying to get clear. Watch for the 15-minute unbutton wicks. Until then, you're going up. Once you see an unbutton wick on the 15 minutes, you just need to be careful. Okay? And that's it. That's it from us, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for being with us
Once again.
I wish you have a great week. To you too, director, also.
Thank you very much.
And as you said before, action, analyze, adjust.
Yeah, I think this is
AAA.
AAA. Access all areas. Yeah, AAA. It's going to take some time for us to get it right, so to say, to change our mindset. And let's, embrace, let's say, the changes and, get better results. That's the target for us, to get better results, to do better than what we used to do for so many years. I'm not saying we were doing wrong. That was the classic. That was what was everyone doing, and that's what we were taught. So I'm not gonna blame, or we just got we learn every day, so we've got new information, so we're gonna try new things. It's gonna be nice and simple. For the high time frame, still bullish. It's turning around. Let's hope. You can see that. Look at that, how quickly that candle formed, and it's claiming that CME gap. If we're going to get a close above that CME gap is going to be turned into green. You can see that the alts, majority of the alts are getting rejected. Okay, this is a 90-minute, go to 15. Look at that, the alts are getting rejected. That's why I'm saying that Magic, be careful with Magic. Maybe it's going to be short-lived. Okay, it's going to be like short-lived. Or the rest of them are getting rejected. Some are pushing up. Some of them again a little bit rejection. Pay a little bit attention. Look at that. You see all these pink or purple candles that are forming. A little bit, rejection. Right. It's the same thing here. That you see that we're out of the range, and it's failing to get inside the range, so there's a possibility that it's going to come lower. Okay, for the time being. I think Asia is going to close anytime soon, so we just need to be a little bit cautious. So that's it from me. Thank you very much, John, for being here with us and giving these lovely TAs. And you see people are asking for you, so maybe tomorrow you're going to do your TAs on your own, and then I set up.
What?
What? Did you get scared? Are you start sweating?
You said shut up for what?
Right. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay, guys. Have a lovely rest of the day. Enjoy. Wait for the Monday range for the people that they love the Monday range. Wait for the Monday to form, right? And you can be more confident tomorrow once you have the Monday ranges. For people that want to trade today, go to smaller time frame, mark your ranges, the focus points, and then act. If he's breaking that, range from above, go long. If it's going to break from below, go short. All right, short-term trades like intraday scalping, do your best, and everything's going to be just fine. Right, okay, guys. we passed the 1 hour. We're 1 hour and 30 minutes. We took it a bit longer today. It's okay. It's fine. We love being here with the our community, with our agents. That's it for us today, and we'll see you tomorrow. The next market update.
Yeah.
Right. Lovely.
Have a great day to all of you.
Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.